Next week, the president will make his first trip as president of the United States to Israel, the West Bank, and Jordan. On this trip, it'll be an important opportunity for him at the beginning of his new term to meet with the new Israeli government that was just formed to discuss a range of issues that we cooperate on, as well as to speak directly to the Israeli people. He'll also have the chance to meet with the Palestinian leadership and the King of Jordan, King Abdullah. When we get to Israel on Wednesday, the president will have meetings with both President Perez and Prime Minister Netanyahu, who he'll have dinner with, and he'll be able to discuss a range of issues, including the peace process, issues like Syria, Iran, where we're cooperating very closely with the Israelis. Then the next day, on Thursday, the president will have a chance to visit the Israeli Museum, where he'll see the Dead Sea Scrolls as well as an exposition of Israeli technological and innovation, which speaks to the future of Israel and the enormous economic progress that they're making there. Then he'll go to Ramallah, where he'll meet with President Abbas of the Palestinian Authority and reaffirm our support for both Palestinian aspirations for a two-state solution, but also the important institution building that the Palestinian Authority is doing on the West Bank. He'll visit a cultural center funded by USAID, where he'll have a chance to meet with young Palestinians and discuss the future that they face as they seek to build their institutions and achieve a state, again, in the West Bank and Gaza. After that, the president will go to the Jerusalem Convention Center, where he'll give a speech to an audience of mainly Israeli university students. And this really is the true purpose of the visit, an ability for the president to speak directly to the Israeli people about the future that we want to build together. And the embassy has put together a list of universities that they partner with that can bring in Israeli young people so that the president can have a very direct conversation with them about the bonds between our countries and our commitment to Israel's security and its future. That night, the president will be hosted at a state dinner by President Shimon Peres, which is a reciprocal dinner for the dinner the president held here at the White House for President Perez when he gave him the Medal of Freedom last year, the highest honor that the United States can bestow on a civilian. The next day, the president will visit a range of cultural sites. He'll start by going to Mount Herzl, where he'll lay a wreath at the grave of Herzl, a man who played such a critical role in the founding of the State of Israel. Then he'll visit Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Memorial Museum that the president visited as a senator back in 2008, where he can again speak to the tragic history of the Holocaust and the imperative of ensuring that Israelis have security in their homeland, the ancient homeland of the Jewish people. He'll also have a chance to lay a wreath at the grave of Yitzhak Rabin, an Israeli leader who did so much to forge not just security for Israelis, but peace as well. After those stops, he'll go to the Church of Nativity. The Church of the Nativity is, of course, a very holy site for Christians around the world. In Bethlehem, it speaks to the birthplace of Jesus and the ancient connections that Christians have in that part of the world. That will conclude his trip to Israel and the West Bank. He'll then fly to Jordan, where he'll have a chance to meet with King Abdullah and have dinner with King Abdullah and talk about the efforts that the king has underway to pursue political reform within Jordan, as well as to discuss the very challenging regional situation, including the many Syrian refugees who have come across the border into Jordan, who we're seeking to support with humanitarian assistance. So it'll be a very full agenda for the president in these 3 days. He'll have a very important set of meetings, but importantly, he'll also be able to speak to the Israeli people, the Palestinian people, and the people in Jordan about the ongoing U.S. commitment to ensuring a future of greater opportunity, greater democracy, and hopefully the aspirations that we all share for peace in the region.